Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the Cowboys right now.
Okay.
We're talking about this matchup. Rob, what does the point spread tell you in this one?
That they're not so sure about the Patriots and their 5-game winning streak. That there's that Aaron, yes, five and a half. Considering they've won 5 in a row, and it's the against the Packers, I think they would give they would think that the Patriots would roll over, especially because other than Aaron Rodgers, what are they really boasting? What do they have? But that's the respect for Aaron Rodgers.
It's not your turn yet. It's Rob's turn. It's not being a Rob then.
I got to ask the guests,
Fumbling
polite.
and stumbling here.
No. I'm just. But this is out of respect to Aaron Rodgers. We saw him come to Los. Yeah, we saw him come to Los Angeles. That was a game that most people thought. What was the spread in that? 9.5. The highest.
You got bet down.
But it was the highest.
7.5.
Yeah.
But it was 9.5. Right. So they were basically saying they had no shot at winning that game. And instead of Ty Montgomery doesn't commit the blunder, Aaron Rodgers could have won that game and pulled that game out.
Not a blunder.
It was.
It was a blunder because they knew that that's what they were supposed to do. He knew, and he went against what the plan was.
He did. You always want to give no order.
Skip, can I go? Skip.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I go?
Yeah.
You see what you got to deal with this all the time?
Yeah, all the time.
You get your chance.
Keep trying.
All right. But I think the Packers easily could have 5 wins this season. You could go through their schedule and take a look. That Lions game where the kicker missed 4 field goals and an extra point. Then it was the tie against the Vikings. They should have won that game. They got that game stolen.
I'll give you
them.
that one. Yeah,
and then I'd say they could have beaten the Rams. There's 3 more wins right there, 5 or 6 easily. This team is not as bad as the record looks. And I think that's why they're giving Aaron Rodgers and the Packers a little bit of a chance. I think they're going to upset New England.
You're doing it again.
I really do.
You got away with it at Detroit.
No, but this one really feels like
Foxborough.
I understand, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it's not a 7 or 8 point advantage for the Patriots because they really believe that the Pack can come in there and maybe shake it up. They almost did it against the Rams.
Yeah.
And their defense isn't as bad as it looks. You keep thinking Packers defense is 12th in total defense in the league, which for them is really good because they really haven't been that over the last few years.
I'm looking at it. Vegas is saying the Patriots have a better team than the Green Bay Packers. The Rams line, maybe 9.5 to open up was a little high. Okay, we're going to say it's a little high. But also, this is what Vegas does. Tom Brady, as a starter, at home in the regular season, 111-18. Let that sink in. Tom Brady, on average, loses 1 game per year at home. He's already lost it. Right, Skip? So the likelihood of him losing another is not very good because the thing is with Vegas, they have all these things. They go through everything. They look at how well you play at home. They look at the time of year. They look at who's injured. They look at your team. They look at the team that's coming in. And when you look at it from top to bottom, the New England Patriots, I believe, have a better team. So 6.5 is not with 5.5 now.
Yeah,
so it's not outlandish. Aaron Rodgers, 13 touchdowns, 1 interception. Anybody else, just last week they were 14-point favorite against Buffalo. The Patriots, how many times have they been underdogs at home? Underdogs at home. That doesn't happen. So they normally always open up at least 3 at home. I think there were 3 skip against Kansas City. Weren't they 3 against Kansas City at home?
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm not surprised that they're 5.5-point favorite because I believe from top to bottom, special teams, offense, defense, the Patriots have the better team. So I'm not surprised. Do I expect a closer game than 5.5? I do.
Better team. I'm trying to get this through my thick skull over here because I can't see better team because I see Aaron Rodgers with a better receiving core than Tom Brady has because Tom Brady does not have a Devontae Adams. He's big time. He's close to top 5, top 7 maybe somewhere. He's having a big time year. He's just hard to deal with. And I got to tell you, right now, Jimmy Graham is playing at a higher level than Rob Gronkowski in large part because of what you brought up yesterday. Gronk's just broken down. He's got a bad back. He can't bend. He can't go up or down for balls. So it's got to hit him right in here or he's not going to be able to catch it. And I look at the rest of, like Randall Cobb, Geronimo, they're really good. There's a whole class. Those 2 kids who play for them, they're both starting to make plays at the receiver spot.
Yeah, but the defense.
Okay, their defense, to Rob's point, is 12th in yards allowed. Well, that's pretty good. The Patriots are 25th in yards allowed.
What about points allowed?
Okay, but think about what's been happening even this year. But can we start with the Super Bowl when they gave up 538, this defense did, to Nick Foles? Really? You call him a genius. That's genius. How about 480 yards they allowed to Blake Bortles at Jacksonville? How about 414 when you correctly predicted that the Lions would upset the Patriots? That's Matt Stafford had 414 yards of total offense. How about the kid Mahomes? 446 yards of total offense, 31 points in the second half at Foxborough. And Tom Brady had to overcome that 43-40 by throwing for 182 in the fourth quarter. And then how about at Chicago? This genius defense gave up 453 yards to Trubisky and come. 453? But my point is, yeah, you could say they bend but don't break, but they break a lot because they gave up 31 points to Mahomes in the second half at Foxborough.
But
so can Aaron Rodgers score points?
But they kept him out of the end zone in the first half, which gave them that cushion in the second half.
Oh, because he made a mistake and threw it to them in the end zone.
Was that the defense on the field, or did Tom Brady get that pick?
So, who has the better run game? Because right now, Tom Brady has to resort to having his kick returner be his primary running back. Cordero Patterson, who goes like, what is he, 6'3", 220? He's the primary battering ram back right now, and they're trying to figure out how to mix and match with him and James White, who's about half your size. Yeah.
Well, so, we know James is not the runner. He's the receiving threat. Okay,
so Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, they're pretty good. That's why Ty Montgomery was expendable, because he's fallen completely out.
Why?
Yeah, that's why.
Let me ask you a question. Had he not did that blunder on Sunday, would they have traded Ty Montgomery? Yes or no, Skip?
Boy, the Ravens stole him.
No, they gave him away. They gave him away for 12 used jock straps and 6 Gatorade that have already been drank out of.
He's a good.
That's what they gave him away for, Jenny.
A lot of plays for this team.
He was. He's a playmaker.
Skip, a 7th rounder in the 2020 draft. Let that sink in. That's what they gave him away for. A 7th rounder.
I just said they stole it.
But they did that. They do that when you do something bad. Bostek, the tight end, you remember who?
You're from Seattle.
They got rid of him. You remember that right away. They do. That's what they do.
Yeah, because Ty Montgomery. Guess what Ty Montgomery could have done? Rob? He said he didn't want to know. He didn't want to take out an official's hand. Just let the ball hit the dirt in the end zone. Because once you do that, guess what? It's dead. It's dead. That's all he had to do.
Unless it hits on its nose and bounces
backwards.
Has it ever happened? Yep, it's happened.
It can do whatever it wants to.
You're giving him an excuse. You know that he blew it. He blew that
ball
game.
at the goal line running forward.
You got to get the football in the hands of Aaron Rodgers with 2 minutes to go and a chance to win the game.
Automatic that he's going to go.
Yes.
A-U-T, like Prince said, A-U-T-O-matic.
Well, right. There's only one A-U-T-O-matic.
Don't do that. That's
the real number 12.
You're the same guy who argued when Belichick. Do you remember they had that overtime game when they opted to give the ball to the Jets instead of Tom Brady? You remember that?
Why? Exactly what happened?
But that's the point, that you got to get the ball to your guy.
I know, but
he has
Tom
to
Brady
get the ball.
Is in another league from it.
Stop it, Skip.
Please. Start it.
No.
So, you know what Vegas is saying? It's more afraid of Tom Brady than it is of Aaron Rodgers.
No, it's not.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what 5.5
Aaron
says.
Rodgers clearly, I just detailed for you why he has the better team, but the better quarterback is on the other side.
If you don't mind me asking, when's the last time Tom Brady's team has been an underdog?
I don't know. It's because of him. It's a tribute to him.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's the GOAT. He's the all-time.
Coach Belichick is the GOAT.
Oh, he's the
GOAT. Belichick is the GOAT
of the Super Bowl because he was the reason they lost it.
How can you be GOAT when Eli beat you twice?
Eli.
Because the GOAT.
Think about that.
The capital G-O-A-T took the New England Patriots right down the field, 75 yards, and with 2 minutes left, he hit Randy Moss with another clutch touchdown.
And what did Eli do?
And Eli pulled off the luckiest pass in the history of the Super Bowl. It was the luckiest escape. I don't know how he escaped.
You tell me the GOAT can only get 14 points?
Yep.
If that all the GOAT can get, the GOAT is only good for 14 points.
If you remember, who was the Plaxico Burress predicted the score, and you know what Tom Brady said?
Laughed.
He said, "We're only getting 14 points. We're only going to score 4." That's exactly what he said.
They only had the greatest offense in the history of football.
But what happened?
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for making my point. They had the greatest offense in history, and led by the GOAT, and you couldn't give them a 14.
Tom Brady did what he always does. He put them in position.
Lose? The Eli. That's what he did. He put him in position to lose to Eli.
Guess who gave up the play? Belichick's defense.
Don't do that, Skip.
Again. Well, he did. What are you doing?
All I'm saying is, if I give up 17 points as a D coordinator, I'm supposed to win.
You win a Super Bowl with 17
With
points.
2 minutes left, should 14-10 have stood up? If you're Bill Belichick,
No.
sure should have.
Hold on. But you didn't say that with the greatest show on
Hold on.
turf.
He's the
The greatest
dynasty.
show on turf when he held him to 17 points.
That was ancient history.
Oh, no, it's ancient history. You know what, Skip? You are
So
is a
you
trip
guys are
today.
you're losing sight of the fact that Brady's having an off year and he's 9th in QBR. Aaron Rodgers is 21st in QBR.
And how, Rob,
Guess what? He's completing a grand total of 61% of his passes to Brady's 68%. Vegas is saying, we think we're going to go with Tom Brady here.
and guess,
5.5.
and he got six interceptions, so that completion percentage goes to the other team too.
Skip,
Aaron Rodgers is 13-1, Rob. 13-1, 13 touchdowns, 1 interception. But what I mentioned, I said Tom Brady is 111 and 18 at home. Did you know 89 of those wins have come by 6 points or more? You don't think Vegas? If I know this, if me and my research on Steve Owens, Heisman.
That's a tribute to Tom Brady.
Skip.
He's unbelievable because he's doing so much more with less.
Don't do that, Skip.
He is
hard to
less
deny.
than what Aaron Rodgers.
I am convinced the upset is here. Just
Okay.
the way I picked the Lions game. I'm picking the Packers. Let's make a dinner on it.
Okay, you
Another
got it.
winner?
You are going to the well once too often.
Here we go. One more.
This is number 12 at Foxborough.
This is it.
Thank you.
I got it.
All right.
You got it, Rob.
Oh.
Good
I
job, Rob.
I
Rob
got this
it.
one.
You want it?
Nope.
Feeling
I
confident
got
over
this
here.
one. I'm very confident. I told you that one with the Lions.
You did.
It's
You got
one
it
of
with Jacksonville,
those.
too.
Okay.
You got it with Jacksonville.
Enough Brady
That's right.
Rodgers for now. Let's see who wins that one. Rob, thank